Welcome back to the Daily Crypto Market Update. BTC did pierce overhead resistance on the daily time frame. And you know what, ladies and gents? Bitcoin tagged the fast line. It's what we've been waiting for. Except, of course, it's going to close red on the day. Why would it close green? This is super fun. Why would we want this to stop ever? Because I actually saw a really good post on X. I'm going to have to copy it. Why go to Dubai when you could see the Burj Khalifa on the price of Bitcoin on the hourly time frame? I mean, nothing gets better than this, guys. Now, here's the reality. We saw the price of BTC on the 4-hour push above resistance on Monday afternoon. That was a great move, right? Now we see the price going back, dancing on this level, pushing out again, coming back to that level again. Here's the good news in disguise. You guys don't want to hear me right now, but this is a bump and run. Even though it's a very messy bump and run, especially on the 4-hour time frame, but this is what we want to see. A push above, a retrace back to previously broken resistance, and we run from there with the target. And a month target is still all the way up here, $130,000, which is a 20% move. Now to all the naysayers, Bitcoin literally moved up 3% in an hour. So 20% is not impossible for Grandpa BTC. It will mean that it has to move up a lot, which is more than it usually moves, to be honest. But we already have our bullish reversal signals. We have our TBT bullish divergence. We have our TBO close short from Monday and this one from Sunday. Yes, this is a violent whipsaw move, probably because of the whole China tariff thing. And yeah, awesome. Why does this stuff affect crypto? It literally doesn't do anything. It doesn't mean anything to us. Now, in other news, our TBT stop loss setting alert, by the way, has been firing like crazy, unfortunately, ever since Friday the 17th. And of course, it fired late after the dump. But it's been letting us know, expect weird volatility, weird moves like this. And it's still ringing and actually just started again about 10 hours ago, midnight my time here in Japan. Now, going over to the daily time frame, one good thing about yesterday, and again, I'm trying to find the good, is that volume exceeded the moving average by about 1.5 times or so. This is a good show of volume, especially because Monday was so weak. So that was a good thing that happened. RSI, of course, dropped because of the weakness in the weak close, but it's actually a decent thing. I actually expect the price of BTC to go up, and basically we've cleared out the order books for selling. We've seen the price of BTC push up here, and it's like a 4% increase. I don't see why Bitcoin can't do that again today. I am still holding on to this level of overhead support, and we have several pierces up here. We have a test on Monday. Yesterday, a massive pierce. It makes the most sense for Bitcoin to push up here. Why? This is all based off of probabilities. This is actually pretty simple. You don't need a degree in chartometology to do this. So we have our low to our higher low. This is not a test. This is just giving us our support, okay? On the top side, we have our line of resistance drawn from this wick to this wick. You don't agree with me? You don't think that's fair? Okay, let's push it out here. That's fine. So if that's the case, then this theory doesn't work. But this isn't real proper charting, because proper charting means that you're taking the next high to the next high. And on the 4-hour time frame, you guys know this is actually how you do it. If we do it like this, it's a little bit weird. It doesn't really add up, and we still have a pierce. So I'm going to go back to the daily time frame and reset things how they're supposed to be. So we have multiple pierces. We have a test, pierce, pierce, test, pierce after establishing resistance. So far, we have 0 tests or pierces on support. Please, God, no. We don't want to see Bitcoin drop down to $104,000 to test support. But the reality is that every single one of these tests and pierces on this line is good. It weakens the level over and over and over. Think of it like sawing down a tree. Think of it like trying to, be like the Karate Kid and break a pallet of bricks. You need a lot of strength to do it. And eventually, if you're not getting it, you're going to be weakening it over and over until finally, boom, it's going to break through. Except this one's going to be breaking to the upside. I still expect BTC to do that. Ethereum, 4-hour time frame. We're going to see this popping up a lot in today's video. We have a second TBO close short. If you remember from Monday's video, I talked about the importance of seeing a lot of these, more than one of these, above support is my okay, that's good. If we see a lot of them in succession, that's a good sign. If we see a lot of them in succession right at this green line, that's even better. Proximity matters. I'm not surprised to see a green candle here accompanied by a TBO close short. Now, Ethereum is still being whipped around basically by a nice, I'm too tired. I can't do analogies right now. I'm just going to keep going. The good news is that volume just barely tagged the moving average. That's the only good thing I can see right now for Ethereum on the daily. Stablecoin dominance had a retreat and then it shot back up. On the 4-hour time frame, we have a second TBO close long. This is good. We want to see a lot of these. Why? Because the more we see of these, this is a sign of weakness. Just so you know, this is actually going to help a lot of you feel better right now. So see this, we have 2 TBT bearish divergences, and we have 2 TBO close longs. TBT bearish divergence right here and a close long. TBT bearish divergences and a close long. TBT bearish divergences and a close long. I am expecting stablecoin dominance to drop. I would love to see it drop down here to 6%. I would absolutely love it, but things have to change and fast. Total ES.D. Inverse symbols. TBT bullish divergence, close short, and then we have a second close short. It is almost exactly the inverse of that combined stablecoin chart. This is telling us the same thing. This is telling us that there is bullish momentum growing for a push to the top side, for a push that would bring us all the way up here 1%, which is a lot for the total ES.D chart, up to resistance, which, if you've been paying attention, has been quite a challenge for this chart to break above. It's really struggled to really just push above 93. It hasn't been pretty. Total ES on the 4-hour chart, we have a second TBO close short. This is a good sign. Others, a second TBO close short. Now, we need to talk about gold. And I need to dispel something because it's really annoying. Yes, gold had one of the biggest sell-offs it's seen since 2020, a single day drop. Wick to wick, 6.7%, accompanied by a TBT bearish divergence. Now, we've seen this play out before. We've seen sell-offs on a big rally, and it keeps going up higher. We've seen a sell-off, and it recovers, and it takes some time, but it goes up higher. The main thing you need to pay attention to is the direction of the slow line. If the slow line continues to point up, and it's even pointing up more aggressively, it's actually curling upward right now, which is nuts. That means that gold is going parabolic. For one, this is an amazing buy the dip opportunity for gold on a quick trip back up here. It's like 4,300 or so, but this might spell out a temporary pause in gold's climb. Maybe. The reality is that this is the first time gold finally dropped below 70 since its brief drop here on the 18th of September. It's been above 70 since the 19th of September. It had a streak, an overbought streak of 31 days. It was bound to have some sort of a sell-off. Now, on the 4-hour time frame, something else to pay attention to. Yes, lots of these TBT bearish divergences, but more importantly, we have our first close long in this entire rally. First one since August 11th. So see the breakouts here, the breakout cluster shooting up 28%, which is nuts. Now you all know the deal. You know the shtick. Once we see a TBO close long, no matter the time frame, we are expecting the price to go back up and tag the fast line, which is currently at 42.20 or so. It's going to dance around because it's the 4-hour time frame, and it won't stay at a certain price until this candle closes. Silver had a deeper cut yesterday. Massive pullback for silver. So down 9%. Now, people are saying, oh, now that gold is dumping, everyone's going to put their money into Bitcoin. Let's be honest. Let's just take a real good look at ourselves. I like Bitcoin a lot. I think Bitcoin will do well. But would you take the money that you've made from buying gold on an insane parabolic rally and buy this clown car? Who would want to buy this? Gold pumped yesterday. Bitcoin pumped yesterday because of the news about tariffs, which doesn't even affect this industry at all. It literally has nothing to do with it. And then what does Trump say? Sorry, we're not going to do it. And we're going to make sure that the tariffs get increased to now 155% starting November 1st. Yeah, screenshot it. Like, there is no correlation to gold dumping and Bitcoin pumping. That is a pipe dream. People are pointing, by the way, to this one instance that this happened. And this is what I love to dispel. I have no problem doing it. Back over here, for all of you that are new, because you're obviously showing your colors that you are absolutely super brand new, shiny new. On Monday, the 16th of October, 2023, I can't remember if it's Cointelegraph or another, I think it was a Cointelegraph intern that basically got access to the X account, the Twitter account, and posted that the Bitcoin spot ETF has been approved. That saw the price of Bitcoin shoot up in one day massively, 11%. Why? Because for all of this time where the price had been chopping for a long time, people were waiting on news like this, speculating. This is like a real big topic. And then basically no one could disprove it until finally they did disprove it. But by that time, the damage had already been done and the price just kept going up higher and higher. Now, October 16th, 2023. Let's go back. October 16th, 2023. What happened on October 16th for gold, 2023? You know what happened? A whole lot of nothing, guys. Are you that thick? Gold was selling off a little bit here in September. It sold off, over a week and a half? 6%? Only to rally up higher. What are you guys on? Because I want some. I want to be that dumb. I want to, whatever you're taking, I want some. Because gold ended up moving so much. Like, look how stupid this is. Anyone saying, oh, gold dumping means Bitcoin's going to pump. You're on acid. You're on some amazing drugs, man. Because you're just fishing for clicks. And that's really what this industry is all about, which is really unfortunate. And every bit of news about these tariffs, people are fishing for clicks and they're doing so much damage. People posting about all this garbage about mystery whale opens this long and that long. There was one moment where it actually mattered during the tariffs where it's like maybe the pieces kind of fit and then we find out it's disproven. I made a video about it and then I find out, oh, it's disproven. Okay. You don't see me talking about it anymore. You don't see me retweeting anyone anymore because it's a moot point. Please. Can we please grow up? Please? Pretty please? Now, the reality is that all of this volatility is great for DCA bots and trading. Ethereum. There was an Ethereum position that recently closed, buying here on the 20th, buying a bit more here, didn't buy more down there, and then it sold on the bounce. Funny how that happens. A day and 3 hours later, walking away with 50 cents. Why is it so low? Because the amount invested is so low. So add a couple of zeros to that. Yes, it can be a lot more. Storage. This one had a position that had been open since the 4th of October for 17 days. Back over here. It even bought the dip and it was waiting to sell at the bounce, which storage finally got when there was some great news, a 30% pump. Crypto is so forgiving, guys. Absolutely insane how forgiving this industry is. And yet we just love to spread all the false news and fear and FUD. Oh, so amazing. But the reality is that the ups and the downs in the crypto market, they're not going to end. The volatility in crypto will not stop. And this is the part that can be so exhausting if you don't have an automated DCA bot trading system that I teach that is basically given to you for free on AllTrading. You have to sign up for AllTrading, but the signals there are free. So this is why I'm a big advocate for DCA bot trading. Because as the market pumps and dumps and you're watching all these moves, you can actually detach from the market. That is literally the ethos. That is the mission statement of 15 Minutes to Financial Freedom. So that you don't have to spend all day caring about the market, caring about the news. You spend 15 minutes a day looking at your positions, making decisions, then you're done. That's actually less time than this video. This video is just over the 15-minute mark. So you could have spent all the time you needed to do, or all the time you needed to check your positions, add to them, close them, modify them. Done deal. You walk away. That's it. That's the idea of this course. There's a lot of stuff that comes with it. It's coaching. You never lose access to the course. It comes with the free signals on AllTrading. It comes with access to the TBO indicator via the Better Traders Club. Like, there's a lot of great stuff in the course. Check it out. It will really help you because it's helped thousands of people. Now, we need to get back over here, back on track. I still expect Bitcoin to go up. I believe that we've paved the way with an upper wick that unfortunately is basically just whipsaw price action. But I believe that this is a predictive wick to a degree. So I think Bitcoin will be going up to 113. I think it will be going up to 130,000 by the end of the month. But the clock is ticking. Now we have how many days? 10 days? 11 days-ish? No, 9 days left. Excuse me. Well, yeah, whatever, 10 days. So we need to get into it. Let's do this. We're losing time. Today, I'm looking at all these coins, but if you see coins that are not being covered, leave a comment down below. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so. And if you already have, please consider sharing these videos or other videos that you like on my channel with friends and family members or online or whatever to help me grow this channel to reach my target of hitting 100,000 subs by the end of this year. Gotta have a goal, right? That's a pretty lofty goal, but it can happen. It can happen a lot faster than you think. Let's start. A lot of these coins, yesterday, I talked about TBO Close shorts, these orange diamonds. Many of them, because of the good but fleeting news yesterday, printed a second one. And 2 are better than 1. 3, much better than 2. 4, that's way better than 3. ADA, Hype has a third. BCH, crazy pump. And I want to remind you with this chart for Bitcoin Cash to prove a point. Anytime there's good news for Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash will outdo or overperform or exaggerate whatever Bitcoin does. Just keep this in mind. For better or for worse, it works both ways. It's the same thing. If Ethereum does well, Ethereum Classic or ETC should do well too. Actually, better because it's going to exaggerate. Okay? SUI has a second TBO close short. HBAR, second TBO close short. SHIB, second. Crow, second. Ethereum Classic has a third. Algorand has a third. PENGU has its first. Yay! Remember this, by the way? When we lost the support level and I said, guys, it really needs to push above this level. And if it doesn't, that's a bad sign. Can you understand why I said that now? Can you see why it's just suffered? It's sad. I'm really sad for the penguins. Render has a second. IMX has a second. SPX has a second. Now, Fast Token on MEX. This is a weird coin. It's weird because the price action is obviously stifled. There had to have been something that happened here, and I am not in the know. Something clearly terrible happened on the 27th of September. It dropped 52%. It hasn't recovered. I want to show you this because this looks deceiving. Seeing this looks incredible right now, right? It's like, wow, what an amazing opportunity. But this is also a very risky trade setup. A chart fell from about 450 down here to $1.68. Kind of reminds you of Ohm, doesn't it? Has Ohm recovered since it fell? No. Did I expect it to? No. This chart fell 94%, and it has fallen even lower. This is a perfect reason why We don't want to buy the dip on coins that have really bad news. So that's a disclaimer because I don't know if something bad happened with Fast Token or FTN or whatever. And if it did, let me know. I don't care about fundamentals. I care about charts and I care about price action. But when OHM dropped, I covered it for a little while, then I left it. Why? Because there's nothing to talk about. It's a bearish coin. It's super bearish. And it will most likely drop all the way down here to its all-time low at 0.01. Now, will it have another incredible 53% move up higher? Nah, probably not. But will there be another chart like this? Oh yeah, there will be another chart like this. There will be. Let's keep going. SAROS has its first TBO close short. Now we're on to some green flags here, which denote some bullish stuff. 2Z, which I talked about yesterday, had 2 TBT bullish divergences. This is a new-ish listing on Binance. The volume is still super low. If you look here at the gray numbers, it's like on the 4 hour, it's actually a lot. 2 million-ish, 1.2, 1.1, 1.2, then 600,000. And then all of a sudden we get the good news. And then we get 5 times the average, about 4 times the average. That's a good show. Now, what's interesting about this one compared to all the other charts, 2Z didn't go all the way back down. It actually just had a little bit of a pullback, but it's still up. Watch it. New listings have a lot of potential. There's no baggage. Like FTN has a lot of baggage right now. There's no baggage with this coin, as far as I know. Floki, we saw a nice little move up yesterday, 14%. I want to help all of you remember what happened with Doge the first time around. The first time with Doge, Elon Musk started tweeting about it like once, and then he stopped. He waited a little while. Then he tweeted about it again. Then he waited a while. He tweeted about it again. He waited a while. But it kept coming up for that reason. Just consider DCAing into Floki. Consider a DCA approach where you're putting in one lot here, then you're buying the dip here, martingale style, which means you're doubling down, and you're ready to buy the dip even more just in case. You're selling the bounce, or you can break even on every single trade, which again is what I talk about in the courses. I mean, the strategies I'm kind of giving you right now are much more fleshed out in the courses. 0G. Now, this is interesting. So this is what I was expecting to have happen to 2Z, but it didn't. But seeing a really good show of price action for a chart that had previously been falling, and we see it push up, 30% almost, and go all the way back down. That's interesting to me. Seeing volume shoot up like this, that's really interesting to me. While we might see 0G go lower, if it exceeds this low here, I'll be surprised from Saturday the 11th. But this is a good first sign. If you're wanting to wait for confirmation, wait for one of these orange diamonds, but keep an eye on it. Vision on KuCoin on the daily time frame. This is a new-ish listing. It listed over here on the 16th of July, at least on KuCoin. It might be older some other places. I don't know for sure. We have our first TBT bullish divergence reversal signal. Here's our first TBT bearish reversal signal. We saw the chart fall 48%. Not saying it's going to pump 48% or more, but this is a pretty good signal, especially on the daily time frame. Not everything is bullish, unfortunately. BNB has printed a second TBO Close Long. These are the bearish inverse of all of these orange diamonds. So the blue diamonds are not good, but there is the same expected behavior. We're expecting the price to go up and tag the TBO fast line, which is currently at $1,121, right there, that level. So it's not good in that it's a bearish reversal sign. Seeing 2 of these in close proximity is also not encouraging. We have seen them before, but let's be real, BNB pumped a whole lot. So maybe this one's done. Maybe. I think it still has some left in it. Mantle. This one, even though it has 2 TBO close shorts on the 4 hour, on the daily time frame, this is much more damning. It's printed a third TBO close long. That is not good. This is a major warning symbol. Can Mantle go up higher? Yeah, and we expect it to go up to the fast line, which is a 14% increase. But now we're seeing some pretty strong bearish reversal signs for Mantle. Be advised. Trust Wallet, which had previously had an incredible move over here in September, about 120% over 22 days, 21 days. First TBO Close Long. Not the end of the world, but it's not a good sign of strength. Notice what happens before it, TBT bearish divergences. Borg or Swiss Borg printed a second TBO Close Long. Do you notice how slowly I'm showing you this? How much time I'm helping you to understand this? This is really important. You don't want to fade this right now. I know that Swiss Borg has been on a huge tear ever since September. It's been up and it went up like crazy, 150%. These are letting us know the bullish trend could be changing soon, meaning the price could fall lower. So if you haven't taken out any profit yet, consider taking some out when the price returns to the thick green line, the fast line, which is currently at about 50 cents. Now, some charts to continue watching. Pump had a good-ish pump of 12% on Saturday. It's retraced back down to this level of support that it pumped from. If pump breaks this level, what happened here? If pump breaks this level, we're getting into some dangerous price action like PENGU. We don't want to see it lose support and then just get dejected and rejected and fall lower and lower. Be advised. Dash. This one, again, just keep an eye on it. It's still strong bullish on the daily, on the weekly. It's trying to push above weekly TBO resistance at 48.25. Just understand, this is a top signal. It is. On the 4-hour, it's okay. Just be careful. Just watch it. Now for the requests, and again, if you have coins you want me to check out, leave a comment down below. VET or VChain, still looking very bearish. We had some good bullish reversal signals and the market crashed. The price is below the cloud on the daily. It's strong bearish. On the weekly, strong bearish. On the 4-hour, we have two shiny, glimmering beacons of hope, two TBO close shorts in a very bearish chart. So it's bearish. Banana gun, strong bearish on the daily. On the weekly, there's support down here if it's going to fall more to $10, but it's not looking really great on the 4-hour. Only TBT bullish divergences, but no other bullish price action to identify. Blue Zell used to be such a great chart for trading. I remember this chart really well because I used to trade this pair all the time, Blue Zell against Bitcoin. Amazing price action. Trust me, so good. It's how I grew my account because of all this fun stuff. Ever since September, though, it lost support and it's just been dumping massively. It's now going lower and lower. It has TBO breakdowns on the daily time frame. There's no telling when it'll stop until we get some of these TBO close shorts. But Blue Zell is most likely not going to be able to make it back up here to 50 cents or so. I don't see how that could happen at this point. Linnea, which is more of a new listing, still very bearish on the daily time frame. Lost TBO support on the 4-hour. It's bearish. No bullish reversal signs on the weekly. There's not enough data. What we'll probably see though with Linnea is we're going to see an RSI reset, which is when we see this orange line cross up above 25. And if we have a higher low, that will be a good sign that we should be seeing an end to it soon. We also have overhead resistance, and this is just a very, very dirty drawing of it. Dirty as in it's not like the perfect levels. But what will probably happen is Linnea will make some sort of RSI reset, which will coincide with a break above resistance. Yes, you can chart RSI. It works really well, by the way. So that's what I'm seeing. Now, again, go to the Better Traders. Check out our courses. Check out the club. Check out the TBO. And before you go, watch this video. I have revised my take profit targets for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, SUI, and XRP. Watch this video. And until the next time, you know what to do. Stay awesome and stay in the green. Peace.